Running faceless YouTube channels is one of the greatest online side hustles. Countless channels earn tens of thousands and some even hundreds of thousands every month. However, there is a downside. It takes time. A lot of time. You need to do research, write a script, gather footage, create a voiceover, and edit everything together. But what if I told you that you can now create high-quality videos right in ChatGPT with just a single prompt in a matter of seconds? In this video, I'm going to show you how to create high-quality faceless YouTube videos right in ChatGPT. But that's not all, because I managed to create a secret prompt that will not only create your video, but also creates your video title, description, and even highly clickable thumbnails, all with one prompt. And I will share this prompt with you later in the video. So let's begin. Now to start, you will need to go to ChatGPT, and not just normal ChatGPT, but specifically, you want to go to chat.openai.com/gpts. And for those living under a rock or in a relationship, which is basically the same thing, in constant isolation and despair, GPTs are custom versions of ChatGPT that people can create for a specific purpose. And in this case, that specific purpose is to create a video from a prompt. For now, you do need a paid ChatGPT account to get access to the GPTs since it's a new feature. However, this will probably change in the near future. To get access, you simply need to search for Video AI and pick the Video AI by InVideo. I have also put a direct link in the description of this video, and I can make this overly complicated to make myself seem more impressive. However, if you have ever used ChatGPT, you already know how this works. You can simply start chatting with this specific GPT and tell it what kind of video you want. However, like I told you earlier, I created a prompt which will not only create your video, but also your title, description, and even thumbnail. And I have also put this prompt in the description of this video, but let me show you briefly how you want to use this. So this prompt instructs ChatGPT to do 4 things. First of all, it will instruct it to create the video. And after literally hours, I managed to put together a template which will give you results which will absolutely blow your mind. And you will see for yourself how good the result is later in the video. For instance, fill in the length of the video, the topic, and how to start the video, which is very important you input yourself since the intro is always the most important part. Another amazing thing you can do is to give ChatGPT an article it can use as a source for the information in the video, which I highly recommend you make use of. You also want to tell ChatGPT about your background music, what kind of voiceover you want, and about the subtitle style. Now the second thing you want to do is to tell ChatGPT about your thumbnail style. This prompt instructs it to create 3 thumbnails. I have spent hours testing different variations, and with 3 thumbnails you will always get one which matches well with your description. So fill in the style of the thumbnail, the person or object, and what kind of text you want. ChatGPT isn't very good with text, so I would suggest to don't ask for more than 3 words. And this is convenient since you never want too much text in your thumbnail. The last 2 things are that this prompt instructs to give 5 titles for the video and to write a YouTube SEO optimized description with keywords related to the video with a high search volume. This way, you have a high chance that the video will end up high in search results, giving you more views. Now for this test, I wanted to make videos about space travel. So in my case, this template would look something like this, a video about how space travel will look like in 2050. I want it to be inspirational with suspenseful music, standard subtitles, and a male voiceover sounding like Morgan Freeman. Because nothing says futuristic like a 100-year-old narrator, right?
Yes.
And for the thumbnails, I want to have a futuristic spaceship in the vast openness of space in a photorealistic style, and the words Space Travel 2050 in white glowing letters. So let's insert this prompt and hit enter. So ChatGPT is now going to create detailed instructions for the video to send to InVideo. Once ChatGPT has made these instructions, it is going to ask you to confirm. And next, you will get a confirmation that ChatGPT has sent the request to InVideo, so that is the video part of the prompt. Next, it is going to create the thumbnails. And that is already looking very promising. This is actually looking very good, but sadly, it has misspelled travel. And that's why you need to generate at least 3 thumbnails. but this is definitely something that is already highly clickable. Alright, apparently it's first going to give me the video titles and description, and now it's going to generate the other two thumbnails. This one is also looking decent, however here the year 2050 isn't shown correctly, but as you can see, this one is absolutely perfect. Now let's take a look at the video. To do this, you need to select the link it has provided in the response. This will lead you to InVideo, where your video will be waiting. You do need to create a free account to view your video, so simply sign up and your video generation will start. Depending on the length, it can take a couple of minutes for the video to be ready. Alright, let's have a look at a couple of pieces of the video to see if the quality is actually as good as promised.
Have you ever dreamt of boarding a spaceship as easily as an airplane? The year 2050 might just make that dream a reality. In the early stages of our exploration, we embarked on the grand journey of space travel, began to reach for the stars. Fast forward to the turn of the millennium, the advent of reusable rockets revolutionized our approach to space travel. Companies like SpaceX made space more accessible, affordable, and sustainable. By the time we reach the mid-2040s, the concept of space tourism is expected to take a giant leap.
I mean, that's very impressive. However, I do want to make a couple of adjustments. To make adjustments, you can simply instruct InVideo to do so in the instructions bar below the video. Here you can chat with InVideo just like how you would chat with ChatGPT. I would for instance like to have the background music a little bit louder, so I will instruct it to increase the background music volume with 10%. And I also want to add a call to action somewhere at the beginning telling people to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So I will instruct it to add a call to action in the second scene. And I also want to change some of the footage. To change this, you will need to go to Edit. Here you can then simply select the part you want to change. In the top left corner, you can also go to Edit Script to manually change this. However, I really like the script as is. To change the footage, you simply search for something you would like to have here instead. For instance, a reusable rocket, and you will get a bunch of salads. I think this AI is trying to tell me something. This one looks perfect. Once you are done, you can hit export to download your video. Keep in mind that this will be with a watermark if you are on the free plan. So if you want to download the videos without a watermark, you can upgrade to a paid plan, which start as low as $20. Now let's see if the video actually has a chance to compete on YouTube. The most important things on YouTube are always your thumbnail and the intro of the video. With your thumbnail, you set certain expectations and promises, and you want to deliver on these promises in the first 30 seconds of your video. So let's do a quick test. Here is the AI-generated thumbnail and title on YouTube. In my opinion, these perform really well amongst the other videos. Now let's take a look at the first couple of seconds to get a feeling of how it would perform.
Have you ever dreamt of boarding a spaceship as easily as an airplane? The year 2050 might just make that dream a reality. In the early stages of our exploration, we embarked on the grand journey of space travel with the launch of the first artificial satellite, Sputnik, in 1957. This marked the dawn of a new era, an era in which humanity began to reach for the stars. If you're enjoying this journey through space and time, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Fast forward to the turn of the millennium, the advent of reusable rockets revolutionized our approach to space travel.
Let me know in the comments if you think this is actually able to perform on YouTube. And if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time.
Alright, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMMShiba and SMMDodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says you from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.